Hello! In this video, we are going to learn how we can copy files and directories using our powerful command line. So right now, I'll go to my desktop and I will create a file called file1. And then I'll open up this file and I will write one sentence, I like Linux. Okay, so let's say, for example, you want to create another file which is a copy of this file1, right? So all you need to do is just say cp file1 and your new file name here. So this will create another copy of file1 and it will call it file2. So if I execute this command and open up file2 here, as you can see, it has the same sentence of file1, which is I like Linux. Great. Well, this is one way you can use the cp command, which is cp stands for copy here, of course. Okay, let's now update the contents of file1. I like Ubuntu. So now, what if I execute the same command, file1, file2? So file2 here already exists, right? So the cp command here will only update file2 to contain the new contents of file1. So if I execute this command, I would see that file2 here will also have the line I like Ubuntu. Okay, that's perfect. So as a summary here, if file2 does not exist, it will create this file. However, if it does exist, it will just update the contents of this file. Okay. Now let's create a directory. I'll call it directory1. Okay, let's say, for example, like right now, directory1 is empty, as you can see. If you want to copy these two files to directory1, all you need to do is just say file1, file2, and then you have to specify a destination directory, which is directory1. So in general, you would have any file name, any file here, file name 2, then file name, blah, blah, blah. So you can have any files, you can copy any number of files, but you have to specify a destination directory. This will be your destination, which will be a directory, right? Okay, so for example, in this case, I will copy file1, file2, and I'll put it inside of my destination directory1. And if I open directory1, as you can see, I will have file1 and file2. Awesome. Let's say I have a directory, another directory, I'll call it directory2. How can I copy directory2 to directory1? So if I just say cp directory2 directory1, it will not work. It will tell you omitting directory2. So I have to use the -r option. So as you see, -r, we always use this option when we deal with directories. We did use it when we had the rm command. When we want to remove a directory, we have to specify the r option, and also right here, when we want to copy a directory, we have to specify the -r option, the recursive option. So I would say copy directory2 into directory1, and let's see. Yeah, if I open now directory1, sure it did. It copied directory2. Awesome. So this is one option that you can use, which is -r. Okay, another option is the -i, right? So what is -i? I here also means interactive. So for example, right now I already have file1 and file2 inside of my directory1. However, what if I copied the same files, file1 and file2, inside directory1 again, right? And execute this command. You know, this will not tell me anything, even though these two files already existed into my directory1. So this command here, without any option, the cp, it will overwrite the files that I have inside of my directory1. So for example, here inside of my directory1, I will open this file. I like Ubuntu. Here I have I like Ubuntu. However, if I go inside here, I say I like Fedora, And here in file 2, I would say I like OpenSUSE and save, of course. Okay, right now, if I did cp file 1, file 2, directory 1, this will override the contents of file 1 and file 2. So if I go here, I like Fedora and I like OpenSUSE. Perfect. So this will override, silently override. However, if you specify the -i option, file 1, file 2, directory 1, this will tell you, do you really want to overwrite file 1 because it already existed? I would say yes. And do you really want to overwrite file 2 because it already also existed? I will say, for example, no. So the -i option, it will prompt you before any overwrite. So for example, if you have a file which already existed, it will prompt you, do you actually want to overwrite it or not? So it will basically ask for your confirmation before overwriting any file. This is how you can use the -i option. And you can also use a cp-v option, which is also for verbose. So verbose will simply tell you the summary of what your command did. So if you, for example, want to copy directory 1 inside of directory 2, copy directory 1 inside of directory 2, it will just tell you, oh, I have to use the -r option here, you see? -r option, so directory 1, directory 2. As you can see, so it will show you like kinda a summary of what it did. It did put directory 1 inside of directory 2, and it put all the files inside of directory 2. So if I open now directory 2, I will have directory 1, which itself has 2 files and directory 2. Perfect. Okay, so that's it actually for the cp command. And before I close this video, I just want to delete all these files. So I will use my rm command to delete directory 2, directory 1, file 1, and file 2. Done. That's it for this video, guys. Ciao.